It's kind of stuff I used to see on TV, like some music videos. Like there was a band called that did a song called Black Hole Sun, and I remember that video was kind of eerie. It was kind of scary. It scared me when I was little, so I just be MTV used to play videos, you know, all day. So when that video used to come on, I used to like not want to be in the room. I'd be like, I don't even want to watch it. I'll turn the channel because it was kind of scary. My musical influences, probably like my biggest ones would be like 3 6 Mafia and Project Pat. They're big influences of mine just because of I like this style of music. You know, they have like a hard hitting style. It'll be like, whether it's like a club banger or something you can just play in the car and cruise to. I always liked their music. They always had that hard vibe to me. Like, basically, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like it had that hard sound to it. So, and coming from the South, you know, that's kind of like self-explanatory. You know, those are big artists. Like, they pretty much paved the way for a lot of newer artists right now, like myself.
Yeah. Can't do it.
See, how did I get my name? How did the name come about? Forte the Assassin. Pretty much Forte. I got it from my real name. Like, you know, it's my last name. So I always liked it because I never heard a lot of people with the last name Forte. And I like kind of like the other meaning of it, like Forte is, you know, something you're good at. So my friends would be like, man, you on this track, bro, you killing this track. Like every track I would record, they'll be like, man, you go hard, bro. Like you killed this verse, you killed this track. Like I know you could kill anything. So I was like, what's something like, you know, something like kill? What about like an assassin or like a hitman? So I thought about the Assassin. I was like, what about the Assassin? Like I could add it on like Forte the Assassin instead of just the Assassin, you know, just to add a flair to it. So I came with, you know, I put it together. That's how it came about, really. I like how it kind of flows well. So
I came on to a.
Nah, I probably would be going to school for like graphic design because I'm big into like special effects. I like special effects in movies and even like album art. I like how people do album art and cover art for albums, so I was always into that. You know, I try to teach myself a little bit here and there, like a little software, Adobe, Photoshop. So I feel like that's probably what I'd be doing. I'll probably be going to school for graphic design, like trying to pursue that. And get onto a bigger stage with it, like a real big stage, like try to be the best at it probably. That's probably what I'd be doing, you know what I'm saying, if I wasn't rapping, to be real. So yeah.
I came on to a. Yeah.
Something happened during a performance. It was kind of like after my performance. I'm not gonna say it was during my performance, but it was like right after I performed. I was like real fucked up. I had been drinking a whole lot that night. I don't really recommend you drinking, you know, $2 shots of tequila before you go to a performance, before you go perform in front of people. Because you kind of probably won't really remember the whole thing. But it was after my performance, I remember. This was at department store, you know, back when department store was really live. I stayed up on stage, so my homie was performing after, and I was like, you want me to stay up here with you, you know, be the hype man, get you real hype during the performance? He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. Like, he was there by himself. I was like, look, I'm gonna get you hype, bro. So I stayed up on stage. I was getting hype with him. We jumping up like, hey, getting real hype. Next thing I know, towards the end of the performance, this one they had the live band up on stage, so it's like a drum set to the right. I'm kind of like real up on it. I'm not paying attention. Next thing I know, I done fell over the drums. You know what I'm saying? I done feel completely over. Like I'm on the ground. Like it's towards the end of the performance. Like somebody had to really come over there and give me a hand up.
I came on to a.
Happened at like a football game. It was a big football game. We had like a rival football game. I think it was against Rockdale. That was probably our biggest rival. Everybody used to like always want to fight. Like when it's a rival game, I'm like, come on, like what? So I started coming out the game and I see the parking lot. It's a group of people over here and it's a group of people over there, and like all lined up. And I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, what's going on? I'm walking up to everybody like, what's going on? like I went to school at Salem, but I knew a lot of people from Rockdale because I went to RCA, like the Career Academy. So they had all the schools in the county. They had people from all schools going there, you know, making them credits. So I kind of got to meet people from different schools. So I was like, "What's going on? What y'all doing?" Like, they was like, "Man, you already know what it is. You know, we about to get it popping right now. You know, somebody about to get knocked down." I'm like, "Man, y'all, come on, man. Y'all see the police right up here." They had a lot of police because they know when it's a rival game. Like, they already knew something like that. Like, people be talking too much, so they know something like that gonna happen. Then I see all of a sudden crowds of people. Everybody came up. Everybody was in each other's faces, and then somebody just let that first shot off. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, everybody take off running. The cops come over there like, "What's going on?" Flashlights. Everybody take off running up to the front of the school. It's like a mob of people. Everybody just running. People that don't even know what's going on up front start running. They just see us running. They just start running. So everybody in front of the school, you know, cops trying to catch people, asking what happened, who did this, who did that. I'm gonna have to say, you know, she's gonna have to be be nice. She's gonna have to have a nice body. She have to be pretty thick, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like that I like that in a woman, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't have to be real thick, but, you know, I kind of like it in the right places, you know what I mean? But she's gonna have to be real honest too, though. Like, I don't really open myself up to people that easily, so she's gonna have to be real trustworthy, real honest. Real honest with me, kind of like from the get-go, because I look for that. That's a big, you know, big thing of mine. Probably trust.
Can't do it.
It kind of came from, you know, I started growing my hair out just like a couple years ago. I used to like wear it short all the time, like a Caesar. But I finally just wanted to do something different. So I started growing it out. I had it like froed out, but I kept it like lined up, you know what I'm saying, faded out, like kind of how it is now. And my ex-girlfriend that I was with, like the girl who I was with at the time, when it got to a certain length, she was like, she wasn't really liking it. She was like, what you doing with your hair? Like, why don't you just cut it? Like, just cut it. Like, I don't like it like that. And I was kind of going against it. I was like, man, I don't tell you how to do your hair. Like, why you trying to get me to do mine like this when I'm not telling you how to do yours? So it kind of irritated me a little bit. And, you know, when we broke up, that gave me the green light. I'm like, I'm finna definitely keep growing my hair. I'm like, now, we ain't together no more. Now I'm finna make you real, man. I'm finna keep growing my hair. I can do whatever the hell I want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like going against going against everything. Like, I do what I want to do. Just basically like showing everybody like, fuck it. So I just started growing it out. I was going through that whole breakup thing was kind of hard. So that was another reason. I was like, you know, I wasn't even worried about it. I was like, I'm just gonna let it keep growing out. Just let it keep growing out, getting the line up. I keep it fresh anyway. It ain't like I was just like, you know, just staying in the house. I'm eating chips and you know, I got a full beard. I'm scruffy and you know, I ain't lined up. Like, I kept it clean. You feel me? So it just grew over time, and now, you know, I just pull it back, you know, because it gets hot. So that's kind of just where it came from. It didn't really. It's just something I wanted to do, something different. I wanted to see if I could grow my hair to a certain length. So I'm still doing it, you know, something different.
I came on to a
Oh man, some people gonna have to cut the tape off on this part, man. We got to make sure we got the subtitles. It was kind of during this time, I got into this like phase of where I would just like throwing rocks at like abandoned houses and shit. Like, I just see if I can break the window. I pick up a big ass rock and just throw it out the window and like see if I could get away with it. So we was at some abandoned house. It was like me, a girl, and my homie. He was with a girl, and we was at some abandoned house. And he was hyping me up. He was like, bro, go ahead and break the door, window on the door. I was like, man, you already know what I do. So I picked up a rock. I picked up a big boulder, like, come on, like that, and I kind of threw it at the glass. and it didn't really break at first. I think the glass was like double-sided glass or something, or like some military grade stuff. Like usually every other glass broke, but that one kind of just shattered, and it was like you could hear it cracking like. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh damn. He was like, bruh. He's like, you got to do it again because it didn't break all the way. So I picked it back up. And I threw it and it finally broke. So we kind of, and then we opened the door and went in. We was like, oh, it's a abandoned house. He lived on the same street. So I was like, let's see what it is. Now let's just walk through it. So we was walking through it a little bit. You know, we kind of separated like on some Scooby-Doo, you know, Thelma. Y'all go this way, we go this way. So we just separated and, you know, one thing led to another, you know what I mean? It was hot too. It's summertime, like, it's hot out. I'm like, I don't even know how this is going on. Like, why are we even doing this? Like, you know, I was like, nah, I can't stop now. I gotta go through with it.
I came home to a
Probably most importantly, I want people to remember me as like a hard worker. Like, I want people to respect the work that I put into everything, like anything, period. Like not just music, just in, you know, day to day, 9 to 5, you know, everything I do. Like I want people to say, you know, he was a hard worker. You know, he worked harder than anybody I know. Like I always try to put 110% in everything I do. So I want everybody to look back and be like, you know, give me my props. Like, yeah, he worked hard, man. He broke his back for this. Like, he never let up. Like he was always the hardest worker. He always put in the most work. He stayed late. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do to get the job done. I always do what I gotta do to get the job done. So I want people to remember that. You know what I'm saying?
I came home to a couple models. Like you rain, I probably spent $100 and some change. My partner fucking up the commas with champagne. Been sipping, so I hope that y'all are entertained. Yeah, 40 days, 40 nights, first class and enjoy the flight.